Hi everyone, my name is Jenna Butler and I am your son or daughter's chemistry teacher this year at Legend. I'm so sorry I can't be at back to school night. I'm actually coaching a softball game right now, but hopefully this video gives you some info about the class. So just a little background from me. I'm originally from the suburbs of Chicago, and I went to school at Knox College in Galesburg, Illinois. When I graduated college, I moved straight out to Colorado, and Legend was the first school that I worked at. So this is my 6th year teaching and my 6th year at Legend. At Legend, I coach softball. We've had some good success as a program during my time here, and you can see in the upper left-hand corner, that's a picture of my family, my mom, Diane, my dad, Jay, and my brother, Blake, who's a ICU nurse in Chicago. And then here I live in Parker with my dog, Phoebe Buffet. You can see her just above kind of upper center. So that's just a little bit about me. I do love to travel in the summers, and I'm a big sports fan, obviously rooting for Chicago in football and baseball. Okay, during this crazy year, I know things are changing on a dime, but here's, I think, what as a parent you can do to help support your kid. First of all, at this age, I'm hoping they can advocate for themselves. My email address is there, but teenagers are teenagers, so sometimes I think a communication between parents and teacher is warranted. So my email is on there, jnbutler@dcsdk12.org. Please feel free to reach out if you have questions, concerns. Everything your son or daughter will need is on our class website, which is Canvas. And then I know some teachers set it up differently. So if I could kind of give you the flow, click into chemistry, go to modules, and then there will be an agenda button with the dates for the week. So find where it says agenda and then the dates for the week we are in. Everything your kid needs will be there. I also encourage your son or daughter to sign up for remind text messages. That's just so I can remind them if there's anything big like a test, if there's any major changes, things like that. If you would like to join as well, you send a message to the phone number 81010, and the message in the text message should say @LegendChem. All right, I say this every year, but at some point, chemistry is going to get hard for your son or daughter. It might have been a hard class for you. You probably already have complained to your child about when you had to take chemistry, how terrible it was, right? Chemistry is not an easy class. Your kid will need to come in for help at some point, and I can't predict when. For one kid, it might be in the 3rd unit. One kid, it might not be until the 5th, but at some point, your kid is going to get stuck and need help, and I don't need you to be the chemistry teacher. I am available for help almost every morning, starting at 7:15 a.m. So I get to work very early so I can help kids starting at, again, that 7:15 time. The only day I'm not available is Thursdays. Thursdays teachers have meetings. And I also have 8th period plan, so I'm available most days during 8th period and then after school once softball is done, which is late October. So 8th period, at least the beginning part of it, and then after school once softball's done. And so I encourage you, when your kid seems frustrated, not doing well, send them in to get help. I will post on Canvas on that homepage Butler's availability, and that will tell them, or office hours, it's called Butler's office hours. That will tell students when I have office hours that week, and I post it every Sunday for the whole week so they can plan ahead for when to get help. But most mornings are fair game, and I will post on Sundays just so they can check just in case an odd meeting comes up. All right, here are the grades you should be expecting to see for your chemistry student. So formative grades are going to be small, weighted percentage. They are going to be progress checks, so I don't collect a ton of homework. I expect the kids to do the homework to prepare for these progress checks. They'll be 2 to 3 times a unit, and a student is allowed to retake a progress check within that unit if they struggle on it or don't understand the material. The goal is to catch them early so they get help before those bigger quiz and test grades. There also will be some Edpuzzle videos. Those are just lecture notes that students are doing at home. They won't happen that often, maybe a couple times a unit where the kid is watching the video at home, and then we can do the harder, more challenging practice together. Okay, interims are going to be quizzes and some labs, and those are allowed to be remediated as long as a student has done well on the progress check. So essentially, if a kid does not score well on a progress check, they're probably not going to score well on the quiz. So I want them to come and remediate those progress checks, get a better grade before they retake a quiz. And then summatives will be labs or tests. We try to do a variety. Some units we even have a lab and a test. And those are allowed to be remediated if the student comes in for help twice during the unit. So not after the test, I didn't do well, what can I do about it? I want them to be proactive, come in for help, whether that's to get help on a progress check, retake it twice during the unit, and then they are allowed to retake or get points back on a summative. All right, one thing before I forget, in terms of grades, I know Canvas, you can see your students' grade in the class, but please know that is just based off the assignments that they turn into Canvas, not everything. So if you're looking for what's my son or daughter's most up-to-date grade, you should check the parent portal. So yes, some scores will appear in Canvas, but Canvas and the parent portal talk to each other. So every night there's a sync that happens. So the most up-to-date grade will be the parent portal. That includes everything, not just Canvas assignments. For those of you that are interested, here are the units we study throughout the year in chemistry. And so this is kind of some of the stuff you can expect your kid to be talking about. If it looks like gibberish to you, that is fine. It is my job to teach your kid, and I am looking forward to an awesome year getting to know them better.